Hello, dear all. Welcome to your online English lessons. This is Wafa Khalil, your online English teacher. Today we are going to talk about writing. I know writing is a difficult task for you, but you need to work on it to be able to write about different topics in exam writing. As the saying goes, how can you write if you don't write? You need to get used to writing. Of course, before we write, we should plan and organize our ideas. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to write a descriptive essay. Let's define description. What is a description? A description is a picture in words that helps the reader see, hear, taste, smell, or feel something that the writer has experienced. Here we are talking about the five senses. Of course, in a descriptive essay, I need to use adjectives to describe, and I need to describe in detail so my reader can imagine the situation or can imagine the place or the person you are describing. When we write a description, we must remember, number one, to begin with interesting opening sentences that tell what the description is about. Of course, an essay is divided into three parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. In the introduction, I try to introduce my topic. Okay? I try to say, for example, in this essay, I am going to describe my favorite place, or I am going to describe my best friend or my sister. So, of course, here there is a difference between describing people and describing a place. We are going to see that in this presentation. Number two, use exact, vivid words to create a picture in the reader's mind, because this is a kind of imagination. When you are describing, the reader tries to imagine what are you describing or what you are describing. Number three, include important details about what you are describing. This is very important. Your description must be detailed. You should talk about the most important things you need to talk about in your description. Put details in time order, spatial order, or in order of importance. Of course, your ideas must be organized. That's why we should plan before writing. I should plan. I should have planning, a list of ideas, all right? That will really facilitate my writing. Number five, use sense words that help your reader picture what you are describing. Sense words, all right? So, of course, you are going to use your five senses. Describe what did you feel, what did you see, what did you taste, etc. What do you want to describe? Of course, you need to introduce your topic and talk about this in the introduction. What are you going to describe? A person, a place, a memory, an experience, or simply an object? Now, the reason behind your description. Why are you writing your descriptive essay? For what reason? Find your particularly reason for writing descriptive essay. This is in the beginning and introduction. In this essay, I am going to describe this and this. For what? For what reason? Because it's your favorite place, because it's your best friend. We are going to give some reason behind describing this thing or person or whatever. Number two, getting in touch with this reason can help you focus your description and imbue or inspire your language with a particular perspective or emotion. Okay, of course, when we describe, it's all about feeling, about senses, about emotions. For example, if you want to describe your grandmother, you have chosen to write about your grandmother's physical appearance and the way that she interacts with people. Of course, guys, when we describe a person, okay, so we describe his physical appearance and we describe his character, his personality. Physical appearance means his height, his weight, skin color, hair color, whatever. All right, that's physical appearance. And at the same time, we describe his character, the way he interacts with people. Is he nervous? Is he kind? Is he etc.? That's what we mean by physical appearance and character descriptions. How should you write your description? Of course, there is again a famous saying, show, don't tell. You should show the description. You should let the reader imagine this person or this place, because you give a detailed description, you detailed ideas about that place or that person. So you don't just recount a story, you are showing by the different senses and the feelings that you express in the description. Focus on the five senses, as I told you in the beginning. Sight, okay, what do you see? Sound, what do you hear? Smell, okay, what do you smell? Touch and taste. When you focus your description on the senses, you provide vivid and specific details that show your readers, again, show, not tell. It shows your reader rather than tell your readers what you are describing. The best possible vacation. This is an example. Let's read it together. The first time I went to Middle Beach, South Carolina, I knew that this was just the kind of vacation I would always love. This is an introduction of this possible vacation, or the best possible vacation writing. Look at the introduction, okay? The person here is given his, let's say, introduction or reason behind writing this description, okay? As I sat on the beach, I felt the gentle breeze coming from the water. He's describing. So now, if you want, we are more like, imagine the situation here, okay? Sitting on the beach, the feeling we feel in the beach, etc. So he felt the gentle breeze coming from the water. The warm sun was shining on the water, making it sparkle. It was so peaceful. The waves crashing against the shore were soothing, all right? Soothing means having a gently calming effect. That's the atmosphere in the beach, all right? So that's a very good description. It uses the five senses, the feeling, the emotions, the reason behind writing the description, all the components of writing a descriptive essay. When we are telling stories, it is good if the other person can imagine it. Again, show, don't tell. The best way to do this is to be descriptive. Of course, we use adjectives, we use the five senses, emotions, etc. This means describing how things look, smell, sound, feel, taste, etc. with lots of details. For example, here is another example. Who is Jessie? She is a girl. Of course, this is what do we call physical description and character description. Physical appearance, basically. She's a girl. She's a 13-year-old girl. She has long blonde hair and bright blue eyes. She goes to middle school and lives in Korea. She has a very beautiful smile. Very simple, very short, concise. How was your day at the park? Another question. That can be a topic of writing. My day was good. It was great. I had a picnic with my friends. Okay, so here you mentioned the place. All right, or let's say whom you were with in that picnic. Okay, we ate pizza. What did you eat? Okay, taste. Again, remember the five senses. Taste. We ate pizza and sandwiches. And drank. What did you drink? And drank juice on the grass. Where? On the grass. So here you mention the place, you mention the people you were with, you mention what did you eat, what did you drink. After we played a game. Here you are talking about what did you do during that day, the activities you did. After we played a game of football and my team won. There were 8 people altogether and the weather was very hot and sunny. So again, you also describe the weather. Descriptive writing is very good when we are talking about our memories. So here is a task for you. You are going to try and think of your first day at school. Answer the questions below. When was it? Where did it happen? Who was there? What did you do? What happened? And you're going to list some details: clothes, colors, sounds, tastes. That's a very good memory. Every one of us has a special, or let's say, had a special day during the first day at school. It's special, it's a new world for you. So you are going to try and remember and describe this day in a short writing. You can write in a paragraph or an essay. Also, try to introduce your topic and write the most important details in your body. And at the end, in the conclusion, we try and give our impression about that day. Was it a good day for you? Was it a bad day? Etc. Of course, after writing, I need to revise. You know that when we write, we have what do we call drafts. Okay, I have the first draft, the second draft, the third draft, and maybe the final draft. At the end, I have the final product, the final writing. Of course, as I told you, before we write, we should plan. We should organize our ideas, and then we can introduce our topic and have a look at the ideas that we have already written in the planning to be written again and organized in the body. And at the end, I give my impression about the whole writing. Okay, I can link the conclusion with the introduction. Have you provided enough details? So you are going to ask these questions, revising your writing. Have you provided enough details and descriptions to enable your readers to gain a complete and vivid perception? So you are going to revise and see your writing, is it really a good one, detailed? Have you left out any minor but important details? So when we actually revise our writing, we can add ideas, by the way. I can add another idea while writing my writing, or let's say while reading my writing. I can add another idea. I can drop, okay, what is not important. I can keep what is important. I can add, that's draft, that's revising, or let's say proofreading again, rereading again. Have you used words that convey your emotion or perspective? Okay, as we talked about in the beginning, the five senses. We keep talking about the five senses because it's a descriptive essay. Are there any unnecessary details in your description? Of course, what is not necessary, what is not important, I can just drop it and rewrite again back. That's why we have first, second, third draft. Does each paragraph of your essay focus on one aspect of your description? Okay. So you should focus on the aspects that are important in your description. Are your paragraphs ordered in the most effective way? So your paragraphs and your writing and your essay must be effective, must be really a good one. These are quick tips for writing your descriptive essay to end up this video. Planning your descriptive essay, as I told you. What or who do you want to describe? You introduce your topic. Okay. What is your reason for writing your description? What are the particular qualities that you want to focus on? This is what I talked to you about in the previous slides. Drafting your descriptive essay. Of course, what sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures are important for developing your description? Which details can you include to ensure that your readers gain a vivid impression, imbued, inspired with your emotion or perspective? Thanks a lot for listening. I hope this video can be really interesting for you, beneficial. You can listen again and again and do the task. Try to describe your first day at school. Try to use your five senses, emotions, and follow the tips and the steps of writing a descriptive essay. Best of luck.